How's everyone going? Welcome back to another Cabbage 998 MTMR Model Railways unboxing video. You already know from the title what it is, so we're just going to get onto it in a moment. I just want to note that this is the third unboxing I have done today, so I might be a little bit burnt out. I do these unboxing videos, especially for this channel, in mass, so I collect a bit of stuff and then do them all at once. Primarily because I also don't have the time, because yeah, I'm not that much available as I would like to be. However, hopefully that will change over time. But here we go. Let's get into something British. So here we are. We've got another one of Sonic's models. Is the Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino train pack. So this is actually the second set for in terms of a Pendolino he's purchased, because he's planning to make one of the full-length Pendolinos, which is why this is also sitting on the side. It's an lock pilot for an 8-pin, so that will be fitted into the driving motor of this. He already has the extra carriages. He has a second set of this, which should hopefully mean that we can operate a full-length train. So yeah, that's going to be kind of cool. Obviously we're not going to be able to capture that, and we may see that in the future. I might get that as a little bit of an extras clip for the end of the video if it's already occurred or something like that. In any case, so I do have some sort of idea on the model, despite the fact I haven't, obviously hasn't been opened yet. But yeah, so let's have a quick look at the front. Obviously we'll have actually you probably need a bit of a shot of the front. You got a little bit of information there. You can read that on your own. Hopefully it's big enough. It's a 4-carriage Pendolino pack in the Avanti West livery. So on the sides, pretty much bog standard sides. Got your train on it. Over to the back, you've got talks about the extra carriages. So you got the main pack, you got the extra carriages, you got the full length. So let's get into the box. DCC ready as well, so it's nice and easy to just throw a decoder into it. If you guys would like to see a decoder fitting of so covering the 8 pins, 21 pins, and possibly even some hard wiring of decoding, give us a message in the comments, and I'll see if I can get a video made up of covering all those different things of either DCC ready and DCC and non-DCC. Yeah, let's get into it. I think it's enough talking anyways. It would help if I could. You can see there's a bit of the box has been a little bit battle scarred. Like there's a few dings, and the box is kind of not flat anymore. It arrived like this, so yeah, there we go. It should be brand new, but it did arrive slightly banged up, which is kind of unfortunate. So there we go. That's what happens when it comes internationally. Just pull this out. Doesn't look like any damage in here though. There's nothing else in there. We can throw away this massive white reflector. Basically, that's all it is. Just stop. Don't know. You can't even see through the front of the box, anyways. And then you got some companies who go along and give you foam on the front instead, and bubble wrap, which is honestly, I feel like pop is kind of better. The box might be slightly oversized. That might be the reason for why the boxes came out. So let's quickly get into the instruction manuals. This looks like there's no details, so that makes, actually there is. But yeah, so standard instruction, your full train setup, which is nice. If reducation, opening up these are pretty simple as well. I may even do a demo of that at the end of the video before we get onto the layout. And coupling up is also pretty somewhat simple. You have to be careful with it though. They are only plastic. You can break them pretty easily. In fact, the one that's with us already is already broken. And then power track location install does not clash with the power track. Yes, because since the train does tilt and curve, that is something you have to be worried about. I have had the train hit the smash into the platform before. There we go. So yeah, it's nice, reusable, throwable package. Nothing like the polystyrene that we're used to. This has obviously been something that's been for a while. I haven't done much British stuff for quite a while. Not to this certain stage, anyways. We get some extra spare traction tires to hold on to those for maintenance reasons. I love the fact that they've had to cut a hole in the box just so the coupler doesn't well, get destroyed in the box. It's like, that's the way that even they're worried that's going to break the coupler. Oh well. Anyways, let's pull this out. I don't think there's any holes in the back. I'm not sure how they want us to take this out. This is not going to be very fun to take this out, is it? Let's see how I take this out. I might be right back in a minute, or you might see a time lapse as I just try to identify how to pull things out of the box. Never mind. We've got some of the brake rigging which just fell off from underneath the carriage. Not that it matters. I'm swapping the chassis out in this one, anyways. So there we go. It's this is your driver's unit, your non-powered end of the train. Has got working lights. So there we go. I just realised we do close-ups, so it's not. I may as well just pull everything out now and then we can talk about it. Got your what carriage? Just carriage G. You got your pantograph carriage. You always need power on a train. Carriage letter H. And your power unit, which is stuck. Carriage K. So your power unit is actually the rear carriage of the train. So there we go. So carriage K is your power unit. So I'm going to just move all the packaging away, all the extra stuff away, and we'll go into the spinning table and we can have a look at the model a lot closer up, and get in some details and get into some history, and then I'll show you a demo on how to open it up, and we can have a quick look on the inside as well while we're at it. In any case, let's move around. This is already taking a little bit longer than I thought it would be. Alright, here we are on the desk. Time to have a look at the details of this model of the Pendolino. I, again, really dislike the fact that it's a... it has carriages, because my desk is built on a tilt, so any carriages I put on it will just roll away. I had the driver's unit on the table by mistake, because I thought it was the motor. They weigh nearly the same, scarily. But it just rolled off the desk. So there we go. So we've got the pantograph car, carriage letter H, and the power unit carriage K currently on the desk. Units 156 and 556, from what it looks like. In any case, let's have a quick look, closer look at the models, and let's have a chat about some of his features and sort of stuff like that, because we're trying to merge this first impressions and closer look stuff together, just to probably save some time, because it basically covers the same thing, I've realised, after all this time of doing these videos. Any case, so we can put the camera in a bit, also unlock it so I can actually do some panning. So we've got the front of the Pendolino. Okay, so she has directional headlighting, where that top light will shine, and I'm pretty sure the two lights toward you, and then there's two lights away. Rather striking white front. Yellow front. It still kind of looks weird not having like some form of logo on the plating. But yeah. Moving along, there is a bit of a cab. Molded cab on the inside. I will obviously have a better shot of that coming up. Yeah, so, and you got your Avanti West Coast painting on the sides. You got your gangways. These are special proprietary couplers just for them, and the carriages do tilt. So we'll try to get some of that tilting action, because as we all know, my layout is immensely tilted for reasons, because it's a test layout, so hopefully that we can give those the tilt a good test. But again, we've got your pantograph on the roof. It's actually pretty nicely detailed, the pantograph. It's not like it's badly detailed or anything. I'm pretty sure they tried. I don't know if they like having a motorized pantographs might have been nice, but I don't think these are motorized. I'm pretty sure these are just yeah, just go up a hand and so on. Pretty basic, pretty plasticky, and very fragile. Molding for these models are actually, from what I recall, are from like 2006, so it's not like they're new models per se. They are still using somewhat of the older mechanisms as well. Kind of unfortunate about that, but no, but there we go. As people say, if it works, it works, but they are traction tyres, so does it really work? But yeah, so that's very nice artwork, very clean, very smart looking. Not really much overspray I can really tell, except for things like that. You can actually, yeah, a little bit of overspray over, but so minor that I don't think anyone realistically will care. Coming back out, there are. Here we go. That's the problem with the with this whole table being slightly tilted. He's just going to roll off the desk. You have got separately fitted parts, which is nice, like your AC on the roof. So it's not like it's nothing. It's not like it's just all molded, which is nice. But yeah, and then you got your doors, you got your windows, which are all glazed. There are, if I recall, there's no interior. I don't think there's an interior. There may be. I will have to take a quick little check. I'm pretty sure there's no interior. Because from what I recall, there's a big metal block sitting, like a flat plate of metal. But yeah, so then we'll back up the other end. But yeah, she does look nice, no doubt. It looks really, really nice. But she's, and the details are definitely there, somewhat. Yeah, we will have a chat about the mechanism for this model in this section, and there goes the carriage. Yeah, there we are. And also you've got like window wipers, which, well, they're not separately fitted. They are pretty much a scratch on the windscreen. But there we go. All right, let's go and have a chat about some of its history after I, well, put the carriage back on the thing. Would be nice. All right, let's have a chat about its history, shall we? So, the British Rail Class 390 Pendolinos is an electrical multiple unit built by Alstom between 2001 and 2004. 57 sets were built for the West Coast Main Line, operating in either 8 or 11 carriage configurations. The trains are owned by Angels Trains and began initial operation with Virgin Trains. One of the main design elements of the Class 390s is that they were built with tilting technology, allowing the trains to operate at a high speed on more winding track. The trains are designed to travel at a maximum speed of 140 miles per hour. One of the units were written off in 2007 as a result of a derailment that damaged 7 of the 9 carriages. Those 7 carriages were sent to scrap, with the surviving 2 being used as training vehicles. In 2019, Virgin Trains lost the contract to operate the West Coast Main Line. This saw the remaining Pendolinos transferred over to new operator Avanti West Coast in a joint venture between the First Group and Trenitalia. From what I hear, if I recall, the Pendolinos are currently undergoing some form of refurbishment upgrade, which is upgrading the seats and sort of like that. So they should hopefully be here for quite a number of years. In any case, that's that with the history. Let's jump over to, well, actually, let's not jump over the layout yet. Let's give a go at opening one of these up and have a look at quickly what's on the inside of the motor unit. Okie dokie, so here we go. I wouldn't usually do this with most of the models. I do apologise, I'm now on the right hand side of the camera. I don't usually do this with models, especially part of the unboxing videos. I do prefer to do this for something like the reviews, but, well, they're not. As I say, it's very unlikely that these are going to have an actual review video. So, to open these up is actually pretty simple, especially if you recall from the instruction manuals. Literally, they just pop off. They're just clips. If I recall, you pull off, you unclip from the front. Trying to get this all on camera, which is a bit hard in itself. And then push back, pull away. Very, very simple to open. And that's our mechanism on the inside. So with the mechanism, we can have a quick chat about the why I call this is the old mechanism. Let alone being the old mechanism, why it's an older design. So the mechanism of the model. Alright, so starting off from the cab side of the unit, we have three of our lights, and actually we have our top light as well. As I say, you've got those two operating as your headlights, and then you got your single tail light, but that actually, if I'm correct, on the underside will amplify outwards to be a dual light. So, but we'll get some running pics of that, of course. Moving onwards, got some weight. No interior, as I said, just some metal plates to weigh down the unit. You got your 8-pin blanking plate just there. That's where you plug in your DCC decoders, and then just find somewhere to throw the decoder. Basically, there's not really much room on the roof, so you don't want to leave it there. You run it usually underneath and so on. Moving it along, it's good that that the Hornby have actually stopped giving you the blanking, sleeves as well. It's a bit of a waste initially. And then you got your motor on the rear. So your motor is mounted on a single bogie, which basically means yes, she is only a single bogie operated. To operate a fully linked train, so even with all the expansion packs, upper grade, she does struggle. Operating in reverse mode, a harsh stop will derail the motor unit, which is kind of interesting. However, operating in the correct direction is fine. So with the motor unit at the front. Yeah, that's what it looks like on the inside of the models. It's pretty basic. It's not like it's anything like the newer stuff. It's not like it's all just metal brick, or it's not like there's any interior. So in any case, I think we'll have to put it back, obviously, and then we'll head down to the layout and give it a run. Just a heads up, while you put it back together, watch out for that top headlight, because if you do put it back slightly incorrectly, the headlight goes through the cab, not through the actual thing, because it's just a little piece of plastic on the inside which illuminates. So that's just a little bit of heads up. Just be careful when you're putting it in. It won't be too easy to break it specifically, but yeah. Any case, let's move on out and get it tested. Alright, we're back on the layout. It's seen, well, in terms of filming wise, it's been a little while. I think the last one was the C38 sitting up the back there. So yeah, it's been a little while since we've been on the layout. Just got the train put to the side at the moment, so we can start railing her on to get her on. I'll have it going towards, it doesn't really matter, it has to go towards the camera at some point, so I'll have it set up going to, actually, no I won't. I'll have it setting going away, because I remember I've got the power connector on this track, and it does hit the power connector in the towards direction. So I'll have it going away first. Annoyingly, for obvious reasons, it's probably not the smartest of ideas to have it going away first, but and I probably should have chosen somewhere which I could load it on a bit easier, like the straight on the other end of the layout, but, well, I didn't think of that, did I? So, so this goes after it, carriage H goes after it, it's the pantograph carriage. It faces towards the end because the couplers face only one way, they won't go any other way. Doesn't help, I've got a S-set carriage, or V-line carriages parked next to it, making loading on pretty hard. It's also not recommended to load on a corner, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Just making sure the couplers align, they'll go on pretty easily. As you can see, the train's already started to tilt a bit because it is on a corner, and that's the way these couplers have been designed. Carriage G, we might give it a run at the end with the rest of the rake. Obviously not. We're not going to do the full length with these carriages plus that, and making it, because the single motor won't do it. We're just going to run a single motor for now. because the other end, the new end is actually DCC, and also about to run out of memory on my card. So I am doing 2 videos at the same time. So let's, oopsie, crash it. That's nice. Let's push on the coupler. Ooh, come on, lock in. There we go. I've derailed the back of it. Yeah, as I say, don't load on a corner. This makes things just harder. Well, there we go. She's on. Right, let's make her move back and forth on the camera. She's moving towards. I do realise I should be running in the model first. I have forgotten to do that. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm going to let the model run on its own, so we're not going to get any video shots of it doing it's running in this time, because since it's not its own motive power, it's kind of silly running on its own. So I'm going to run it on. Yeah, I'm just going to run the motor unit on its own, half an hour one way, half an hour the other. Then we'll come back, reconnect the carriages, and then yeah, give it a run. So with that, I'm just going to shove the train back a bit so we can pull the coupler off, and then we can see the train. We'll see the single engine depart on its own. Yeah, and then we'll come and do the turnaround when they spin around. But for obvious reasons, it's I'm not going to get that many shots of it on its own. Okay, there we go. We've finished running it in well, both ways, 30 minutes each way. I just realised how close it is sitting next to that carriage. This is a pretty long train. Each carriage is pretty long in length, so going around the curves is a bit, well, tight, especially when it comes to my well, everything else I have on the layout. So probably not really the smartest idea is to have this like running with another train on this layout on the other loop, because there's a very likely chance it will sideswipe, especially if it's one of itself. But yeah, we were suddenly realization that the original plans to make this into the second end is not going to be as easy as we originally planned. But in any case, that's a problem to deal with, not in this video. So let's go and couple up to its other 3 carriages and give it a run with those. We may even do a full demo run of the full-length train. I can bring that out, possibly, maybe. If we have time in this video. So let's move over to and go pick up the carriage that are sitting on the second loop now. Alright, so I've got it pulled up in the platform. It looks really nice with the train. Not well, yeah. Obviously to match the train, that's what the liveries are made for, anyways. So yeah, she's not gonna have any troubles pulling this lot. She only just fits the platform as well. Her 4 carriages, so there we are. So yeah, we'll get some running shots in both forward and reverse, I guess. And then we'll see how we go in time, and we may even do the full 8-car rake. Sorry, 9-carriage rake. Of course, doing the 9-carriage rake does mean that what our plans are is it will just be this power unit, and we'll use the other end unit as part of the 8-car rake. So yeah, let's get them moving. Alright, so I've pulled the train up in the second track again. I'm going to pull off the front end and we'll couple her up to the other 8 carriages of the other set and give it a run with the full 9-carriage train. Okay, so I've got the unit from the other train now coupled up to what Hornby says is the full length of the train. 8 carriages. 9 carriages, sorry. Now, the thing that we're pretty sure about is she may not be able to actually haul it. Let's see if she'll make it up the hill, because this is an uphill climb. And no, and what's happened is she's lifted off. The traction tyres have actually lifted the motor unit off the rails. That'll be the power of the traction tyres. Alright, with that, I think it's a good time to finish up the video. So yes, you can handle it, but you can hear it when there's way too much power on it, it should just start to slip a bit, and it might be because of the grades on this line, which and especially the fact that she's slipping mainly on the corners. But yeah, she does look nice with the full 8-car rake though. But that was more or less a demo to show the capabilities of it. But yeah, she probably does need an upgrade at some point though. She's definitely starting to show her age a little bit with that single rear bogie driven with traction tyres. So in any case, I hope you guys have found this unboxing video somewhat informative. Something. What do I think of the video of this train? It is showing its age a bit. Does look nice though. Does really does look nice. It's definitely doesn't fit with the theme of this layout though, but definitely does look nice. Does feel like it's fast when she gets up to speed. However, a few slight problems like the proprietary coupling system, still being a rear mounted driven, just a few little shortcomings, but that's more or less probably due to its age of the moulding. In any case, hopefully there's going to be an upgraded one at some point. In any case, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed joining me with this for this unboxing video of a Hornby Class 390 Pendolino. Don't know when the next one will be. Don't know what will be next. But yeah, hopefully it will be something interesting anyway. So let's see her off. Let's see her, well, try to get it off. And we'll see you all in the not too distant future.